So yeah, went blind in March 2015. Just like had a really bad headache one day. Went to bed, woke up the next day. Was blind in my right eye, like pitch black blind. Then it came back a little bit, and then it went again. And now I can see about 10%.
In your right eye.
Yeah, like it's as if like there's a black sheet across my eye, and then.
How has that affected you in terms of?
At first I thought I was gonna like if I was dying, do you know what I mean? But it's not that bad. Like you can still see just as much.
Yeah.
With one eye. It doesn't really affect you as much. Like I can still drive. I can still play basketball. I just had to switch my shooting eye.
Because you're right. Obviously, was the one you went to first, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Yeah, it would have been in it.
Well, the lens caps on.
So no, I know, but I was just like doing the motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been. So yeah, I have to shoot like that.
Right. That's mad. That must be really strange. Because obviously, if you lose it in one eye, obviously you're not blind. But would you say your vision's like way worse than it was before?
No. Like I had like 20/20 vision before, like in both my eyes. And like the thing is not it's not my eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
the muscles.
It's something to do with like the nerve behind my eye and the connection between my nerve and my brain. So like my eye physically is okay.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with my eye. It works fine. Do you know what I
mean?
Yeah. Like, because it looks completely normal. Do you know what I mean? But,
yeah.
But yeah, I can still drive. And I can still.
That's fine.
Keep most stuff. So.
Well, I suppose it hasn't really affected you. Well, it has, but it hasn't really. You can still do it.
It's just like a little bit of depth perception is just off a little bit. But
do you feel like it affects your photos or not?
No, not at all. If anything, it makes them better because I fucking use my left eye and concentrate more. But yeah.
Hard. Cool. When did you first think of becoming a photographer? And what or who got you started?
Well, I didn't really think about becoming a photographer as such. I just, when I moved to America, I guess like I liked the scenery. And I always liked taking pictures anyway, so like...
Was there ever a bit that kind of started you like taking photos? Was anyone who was like, oh, here's a camera? Or did you just always have a camera?
I just like... My phone really, when I got a phone that had a camera on it, and then I was taking pictures in America, like I said, because the scenery was like real nice.
Whereabouts was it in America?
Wyoming.
Nice.
And then... So I wanted to take pictures of that scenery and stuff, but it was just... Like, I had a shitty phone camera in it, so then I had to wait until I came back to England.
But you just enjoyed taking the photos?
Yeah. And then when I got an iPhone, that's when I probably started thinking like, oh yeah, I like taking pictures in a photography type of style, I guess.
Sick. Right. How would you describe your style, I guess? How would you describe you in relation to other people that you've seen? Have you taken inspiration from anyone or...?
I guess just like I've taken inspiration from the culture that I'm involved in, really. I tried to take pictures of things that people want to see, or like their like, say if you were at an event, like their favorite part, or like how it made them feel. Like take pictures of things, or take pictures of scenarios where people are like actually in like their feelings, basically. Like you can see the emotion, even though they don't know that the camera's around. Like, so it's like true emotion, I guess.
So like, I suppose the next question being, how often do you have your camera on you? I suppose.
I should have my camera on me every day, because that's what photographers do. But I have my camera on me when I want to have my camera on me. I'm not inspired to take pictures all the time. Right.
Do you ever find yourself like going out because you want to take photos, or do you just kind of do it as and when you do it? Because I know like I've spoken to people before and they're like, I want to go out and do a photo shoot, but I suppose it's not the same.
Yeah, because it's not always there. Like, there's not always things to take pictures of. And if you like, I feel like there's so many people out there shooting pictures that are like just forcing things because they want it to look a certain way, but sometimes you just can't.
Gotta like more natural.
Yeah, you can't make things like happen sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you have to just accept that it's not gonna happen on that day, I guess.
A lot of your posts on social media are images of trainers and sport. I suppose these are hobbies and interests of yours. Is that something that builds, like something that encourages you and inspires you, or is that something that you just love to see do it as part of it?
Yeah, trainers. It's just not into that, so that's just what I take pictures of, and that's like there was lots of pictures of trainers that inspired me to take pictures. So
anyone in particular that kind of you can think of?
Not taking the photography, but like the photography that Ronnie Feig uses on his Instagram, and
That's mad.
the pictures that he has taken of his product, you can tell that he's like put a lot into it, and it is a lot about the visuals and how it's put across to make people buy it, obviously. But yeah, probably Ronnie Feig's Instagram is it.
What kind of assignments in editorial and advertising do you like the most? Like what kind of branding? I know you mentioned Ronnie Feig, but anyone else? Sounds like I'm trying to force this out of you now, but don't worry if there's nothing right.
No, yeah. Anyone else that I like? There's a few guys that like on Instagram. I don't know their names like offhand, but like they travel around like Tokyo,
Mad.
Singapore, places like that, and the pictures that they take of like architecture and like things like that are crazy. So like I like architectural themed things. I think I like the lines and like how things are built up to make you see something in a bigger picture as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as in like the detailing on like a window can make like the whole look of a building, like from the whole point, like the
Just aspect of it.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah.
Well, the question is, what do you consider the most important break in your career and why? But I'm going to kind of change that. Was there ever kind of a point where you were like I'm a photographer, like I take photos, that's kind of like something I do. Was there a point where that suddenly became like a thing that you do, or did you just kind of take it up and then it just progressed into it, or was there a point where you were like, I take photos?
Nah, like I don't even think that now, really. Like I just think that like I'm a person that just likes to take pictures, you know what I mean? It's almost like a hobby to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I would ever, unless I really got on the circuit and I was like doing gigs and like taking pictures all the time, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm a photographer. Like I like taking pictures, you know what I mean? Like I take it for myself, really, if anything. Like,
and if people like them, then even better.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if someone wants to pay me, then cool.
In terms of that, is there anyone that you've worked with like recently or in the past that like job wise, like anyone that you've really like enjoyed doing, or people have asked you, can you come down and take photos that you've like really enjoyed doing?
Carhartt, I did an event for Carhartt, that was pretty cool.
How did that come about?
They just messaged me on Instagram, I guess they just looked at my stuff, see me about in Bristol, so a couple people are like starting to know me more,
mm-hmm.
which is like, I guess like the whole process is like the best bit, really, like when people are contacting you because they like your work.
Yeah,
like, you're not necessarily putting it out there for that, but like people are recognizing you for it.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite part. I'd say like there's no like specific point, but like just building, like continuing to build up to that is
mm-hmm.
is like a good motivation.
Wicked. How was living in Bristol like? I know you've lived here your whole life, haven't you?
Yeah.
What is here? Have you?
I'm born and raised, so it's amazing. It's the best place.
Always is. Do you think like Bristol shapes kind of like the way you work and how you react with your photography, or do you think that it's like?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's more. I think I have like a more laid back attitude towards it because of Bristol and how laid back Bristol is compared to other cities in England.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like places like London or Manchester or something like that, where it's really fast paced and opportunities come and go like that. Like, just, do you know what I mean? But here, I guess people kind of give you the leeway and the trust to like work on it for a
mm-hmm.
bit longer, or like they know like that you need the time to get like the right thing. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
can't even
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
what it is, but you know what I'm saying. Change that in and make it sound sick.
Yeah.
When you write it out.
Mix it up. From like a lot of your posts online and stuff like that, and obviously your Tumblr and whatnot, you do a lot of stuff to do with like music. I suppose, what kind of music are you into? What you listen to at the moment? It's not like directly on photography, but it's about you, so that's important.
Yeah, hip hop always.
Yeah, anyone big?
I don't know. At the moment, just listen to A2. Got into. Yeah, A2's alright. Just been listening to him recently. Also, there's an album G Worthy,
Which you're about to show me, but
yeah, that's fucking hard. And then Rhapsody.
yeah,
A lot of people, man.
decent. Is there anyone, I suppose, that you'd like to? Is there anything you, in terms of, well, I suppose you could relate to music or anything, but like, is there anything you really want to take photos of? Is there something you'd love to go and take photos of?
NBA All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, as in invited to take photos?
Yeah.
Not as in just
like
going along.
Yeah, like there's this guy that I follow on Instagram called Don Charlione, and he's like
How's that? D-O-N?
Don Charlione, CHARLEON.
Cool, yeah.
And like he takes pictures of in the NBA anyway, yeah. But he got invited to take
I'm assuming
pictures
he's a
of-
photographer,
Yeah,
obviously.
and he got invited to take pictures of but like backstage basically, like
Mad.
locker room stuff. So like he's got pictures of them like tying their shoelaces, like joking
Mad.
around with each other,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, things like that. Like
The
these
stuff
candid
that
shots that like
you
no
don't
one
get.
ever sees. Yeah, like
Mhm.
everyone always sees. There's like 1,000 photographers at a game. Do you know what I mean? But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
it's not that many guys that are taking pictures like of those like intimate moments, like
Yeah,
between players and stuff. So that would be
that would be mad.
that would be quite
something
cool
crazy.
to
'Cause
take
obviously-
pictures, something like that.
Basketball's kind of like big in terms of
Yeah.
what you've done. Do you want to say a bit about like how basketball kind of affected a lot of your photography as well?
Yeah. Well,
So,
because I
how you
played
started
basketball. Like I played basketball since I was 10, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just been a part of my life. And then the whole culture behind it, and it's a lot involved with like hip hop and things like that. Like a lot of black culture. It's just I think it's just quite cool to like document things like that, because those people are only in that situation for like 10 or so years. Like their careers last about that long. Do you know what I mean? So to like document people doing something that only like a certain percentage of people in the world get to do, I think
Exactly.
it's quite cool.
Yeah, such a limited kind of
Yeah, and it's
space
such,
for them.
yeah, and it's such like an exclusive lifestyle. It's like it's just cool to get like a little insight into like how it progresses as you
And so
go
many
up
people
the
want to see that,
levels.
obviously.
Yeah.
So, mad.
Because they're in the public eye, like, do you know what I mean? So
But obviously, a lot of people probably don't know about the basketball side of what you do, I suppose. Obviously, bit going to your scholarship and whatnot. How did that kind of affect things? Because obviously,
So, well, at this point when I had my scholarship, like I wasn't taking pictures, I wasn't doing anything. Like basketball was just like
the go-to always.
go to, do you know what I mean? And then, long story short, got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, had to stop, and then that's when photography came in, I guess, because I couldn't play for a while. So
Cool.
that was my outlet.
Something to focus.
I
your
guess,
energy on.
yeah. And then like being around the team still and just being involved still, like it's just like I said, like I just wanted to like document it,
Of course,
and,
man.
like especially
Yeah.
like for my time as well. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
knew
because
that
you
I
don't
wasn't
want to
gonna be-
forget about it.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna be like living in America forever, so it's just cool to get a few memories.
Yeah, of course, man, of course. Does your photography take you out of the city / like to jobs and personal work in any other locations, or is it pretty much just all here? Or have you ever had any opportunities that have arisen that you've like?
No, I haven't had opportunities to go like other places and take pictures. I guess because I haven't put myself in like a position to have those opportunities really. But like if I go to other places, like I'll shoot. Do you know what I mean? Like I went to Marbella in the summer and I shot, and that was like cool to shoot there. Obviously, it's like really different in like obviously different
Cultures,
Spanish
place,
architecture, culture's different, people are different.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's cool. Yeah, like I like doing things like that, and then, but like I said, like I only shoot like something that like I'm inspired to shoot. Like if I'm not feeling it on the day, like I just won't shoot it. Like I might think, oh, that would be good to shoot, but like I'll just be like, no, I'm not like in the mood today. Really.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Is there kind of like, what was I gonna say? Is there anything coming up soon for you that, like in terms of photography work, that is something you're looking forward to? Have you been contacted about anything? Obviously, we're not going to tell anyone about it. Just
obviously, like I put out my first T-shirt.
Mad.
With my own photography on it.
Yeah.
So.
And the story behind that is obviously relating back to the basketball kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's just something that's real personal to me, and like, it's like an achievement just to put it out. Really, it doesn't really matter like how many.
Because it's just another platform. Isn't it?
Yeah. It's just cool to just see people that wanna support you and like buy your stuff if you put it out. Really, so that's something that I'm excited about. Because jobs will always arise. Do you know what I mean? If you put the work in, jobs will always arise. But building something for yourself is like, it's hard. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, man.
The more hype you get around it, the more excited you're gonna get. So
mad. Yeah. Is there anywhere you would like to go with the whole photography / T-shirt / whatever? Is there like a kind of a place you would want to be in however many years, in 2, 3, 5, 10 years that you would want to be?
Yeah, not specifically, but like, I guess I'd like.
Do you want to make it as more like more of a predominant thing?
Yeah,
like a full-time thing.
Yeah, like I'd like to be able to live off it. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, man.
Be able to just have no stress, because when you do something for your job that you like, it doesn't really feel like work, does it? So.
Of course.
Yeah, I would like to put myself in a position to be working and providing like for myself, like through photography. But I don't know, man. Like, who knows? Do you know what I mean? Like, it could lead anywhere.
Could go anywhere. That's the thing, isn't it? It's kind of subjective, I suppose. What's been some of your favourite work? A favourite thing you've done? I suppose. What's your favourite project in terms of the photos? What's your favourite project in terms of what's in the photos? And
I guess
most successful.
Again, like the most recent project I did, like for my T-shirts, like I love doing that because, like, I've personally known the guy for like a long time, and he actually introduced
most of your life, isn't it?
Yeah, like he actually introduced me to like basketball and like playing like at a higher level. And he's got like 2 kids now, and I shot his kids and like made them T-shirts and stuff. So that was really cool to do that. But like I know one of the my most favourite things to do is like one of my friends, he has like a barbecue every year in Leeds. Like his birthday's in June, so it's like a summertime thing. And like every year I shoot the barbecue, and like 2 years ago I had like a horse box. They rented a horse box, and like put decks in the horse box.
Nice.
And like they had like set times of like people who were playing.
Who just jump in the box.
Yeah.
Mad.
Like just changing it with drink and shit.
Mad.
And like they're like just really like proactive people. It's like 4 brothers that live in a house in it, and they just do whatever
stuff.
they want, like whenever they want. Like they're just really active. So like, and like shooting that every year is like cool to see like how people change,
progress, and
and like the people that are still there that were going like 4 years ago and like things like that. So that's one of my favourite things to shoot. Yeah.
In terms of the quality of the photos, is there any like what's your favourite like shoot that you've done that you thought is the most visually engaging, I suppose?
Yeah. I shot at the Bristol Botanical Gardens for Hodier, which is a brand I'm shooting for, and that was cool to shoot in there because they obviously have like different climates, like in a greenhouse. So like it was pretty much you were shooting on location, like in the jungle, really. But that was cool. Like the quality of that was nice, like because I was shooting close up and you could really see like textures and colours.
I suppose it's quite important for that kind of.
Yeah, and it like really added to like the aesthetics of the pictures in the end. Like a lot of people.
Did the brand have like a lot of links to that, or was it just?
Yeah, so they're like Ghanaian based. their end goal is to provide jobs for women in Africa,
Uh-huh.
basically like making clothes for them. So they have like a strong, like, link to sort of that sort of environment, I guess. And they were releasing a T-shirt, so and it was a black T-shirt, so it looked the contrast of like the green and the black was
Stood out quite a lot.
yeah. It was really good.
Nice. Something's a bit cheesy, but how do you educate yourself better to take better photos? I don't know if you do really. Do you feel like you've progressed in your photo taking, and how have you done that? Is that a matter of just taking photos and kind of understanding better?
Yeah, experience really, and like
practice.
Just take pictures that you want to take. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't spend ages being like. Well, me personally, I don't spend ages being like, shit, I need it on this setting, and I need to press these buttons to make it do this amount of flash, and like, you just get in there and take the picture. Do you know what I mean?
Don't mess about with it. Like, just get it done.
Someone sat on their computer is gonna see it on a blog or wherever it's gonna be. It's not gonna be like squinting at the screen, like, like that's not as in focus as it could be. Like, do you know what I mean? So, and if they are, then just fuck that, innit?
Easy as that. Is there anyone that you kind of work with or have worked with in the past in terms of another creative, whether that be someone who does photography as well, or someone who does art or whatnot? Is there anyone you've collaborated with within Bristol or within your career, full stop?
There's not, you know.
No? Do you want to collaborate with anyone?
What, like?
As in worked on a project with someone?
I guess, like, the T-shirts, that's the only thing I've collaborated on, really. Like, I would want to do more collaborations, and, like, I've got a few...
We'll get some out soon, anyway, don't you worry. New year.
Yeah, I've got a few in the pipeline.
Anything you can talk about? Nah. Cool.
Just, don't know.
Stuff coming up.
Yeah.
Right. I think is there anything else? If you see any of these that you think would be good, you just give me a shout. How do you make a picture stand out? Sorry, Meg, that's a shit question. And you got the proper cheesy ones. Something you're saving up for?
Off the fucking... The Rockefeller Air Force Ones.
They're gonna be sick, man.
Oh my god.
How are you gonna get hold of them? Are you gonna go on the website?
I'm getting them, bro.
We're getting them?
Yeah. They've told me. I was like... They're like this, yeah, and then they have an off-white sole. And then they have a fucking Rockefeller Records embroidery on the back. And
so they're all white?
Yeah, they're all white. And they have an off-white sole.
That's a poker, isn't it? Yeah.
Like, oh my god, that's so nice.
What equipment do you use as well? What?
A Sony A58 that I would highly recommend.
Anything else?
A 50mm lens.
50mm?
Yeah.
Why is that? Just preference?
That's
the boy.
Preference, and it's just good for everything, really. Like, if you're looking to, if you can't spend like fucking 20 grand on camera equipment, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I would recommend.
Also, in terms of, I know for the 5 points, like cues and shit like that, when they've got big releases, you do a little bit of filming as well.
Yeah.
Have you done much of that in the past, or is that kind of just like give it a bit of vibe?
Bit of filming, but then again, like, filming videos are a lot different because that's when you really need to be precise and you need things to be crisp, and I need to.
Sound is a bitch.
That's something that I need to educate myself on more. But yeah, I'm doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I've made a few videos before and worked with a couple of people. So.
What kind of people you work with on that kind of thing?
I don't know, just like small time, like low key, like barbers and
nice
things like that.
Are these projects that are out already?
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are like just floating around on the internet, really. Like, but I did it with like just a fucking long story. Like, I just done it with this girl, and it was like, just went shit, just meant to share, basically. Because she snaked me.
She snaked you.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's pretty much it. Like, obviously, if I need to contact you, I probably will.
Yeah.
But bless.
Sick.